Welcome to a lesson with Dr. Powell. Let's take a look at the relationship between degrees and radians. So on the unit circle, you can take an angle in standard form from the positive x-axis. And standardly, people usually think about degrees. So many degrees gets you so far. Up to way up here would be 90, 180, 270, and then 360, wrapping around like that. Now, radian measure simply is a measure of, on the unit circle, we have a radius of length 1, is simply the measure of arc length. Well, should make sense because radius is like a unit, right? And when you measure something, with respect to this unit, whatever it is, you're seeing how many of these units you have, and that's the length of anything. So in other words, you're seeing how many radiuses or radians you have around for the arc length. Just another way to think about that. Okay, so that's what a radian is. Now, if we were to go an angle from here and we go all the way over to the opposite direction, that's 180 degrees, but it's also a length of pi on the outside of the unit circle. All the way around is 2 pi, especially since we can compute circumference by 2 pi r. And if r is 1, the circumference all the way around is 2 pi. To this point, it's pi. Okay, so let's talk about how to convert between degrees and radian measure. Well, it's simply this. Pi and 180 are replaceable. If you want to convert to radians, replace every 180 by pi. If you want to convert to degrees, replace every pi by 180. For instance, what if we had pi thirds? What would this be in degrees? Well, just think, replace pi by 180, and we get 60 degrees. All right. Now, what if we had something like 30 degrees? How do we convert it to radians? Well, first of all, we think how many pi's is 30? Well, 30 is 1/6 of 180. Therefore, we're thinking 1/6 of pi, or pi 6. So just making the replacement between pi and 180 is how we, back and forth, is how we can convert from degrees to radians and vice versa. In general, kind of what's happening, let's think about what that means. If we convert this way, then we're like getting rid of the pi and tacking on 180. So it's like we're multiplying by 180 over pi as we move from radians to degrees. Now, as we move the other way from degrees to radians, it's like we're replacing 180 with pi. So we're like dividing by 180 to get rid of it, and then replacing it with pi. And so that's another way of thinking about that. So this is a little description of radians and degrees. Thanks for watching.